All right, so the fantasy football season continues, and this one may be one of the more important waiver wires of the season so far. So let's jump right into it. We will start at the quarterback position. Derek Carr, I think, is worth a pickup here this week at 15% owned, facing the Giants, who kind of seem like they've quit on things. Derek Carr, again, losing another one of his options, but also losing a goal line running option, so maybe a few more passing touchdowns in his future. The waiver wire isn't great for quarterbacks just in general so far this season. Also, Bryce Young, 5% rostered. I think he's actually good. I think we are actually seeing now that he might actually be a good quarterback. This Eagles defense can be good, but you can throw on them a little bit at times. And so I think that there is going to be a chance that he comes up with a pretty big week this week. And so I'm intrigued to see what he is able to do. Also, I anticipate they will be losing by a lot. And so I think there's going to be a lot of garbage time for him to chuck the football around. And last one is Aidan O'Connell in the holy shit, I'm desperate category. Aidan O'Connell, 2% rostered, facing a Tampa Bay defense that you've been able to throw on all season long. He's not great, but it's not great for the waiver wire, and it's not a great waiver wire week, and he's not bad if you're desperate. At wide receiver, Adam Thielen. We're going to stack things up here with actually most of them in this. But Adam Thielen stacking that up with a Bryce Young at 32% rostered. Couple fantastic looks against Tampa Bay, 10 targets last week. He's going to be a primary passing or pass catching option on, again, an offense that feels like they're going to be behind in this game. Also at wide receiver, it is Marquez Valdes-Scantling at 31% rostered. Saved by a touchdown last week, but it is 3 straight weeks with double-digit points, and now no Taysom Hill to take targets away from him for the rest of the season, so he kind of moves up again that target ranking, I guess, out in New Orleans. And the last one is Sterling Shepard, 5% rostered, back-to-back weeks with 7 targets. He has a pretty easy matchup against the Vegas Raiders this week and a pretty good schedule the rest of the way, so Sterling Shepard in some of the deeper leagues may not be a bad ad. At running back, this is the one. We have been talking for a few weeks about how running back, we haven't really had a whole lot of great options. This is it. Isaac Guerendo, 8% rostered. CMC, Jordan Mason, done for the season. He is the guy now in the Kyle Shanahan offense. Do I think there will be a couple of running backs we've never heard of come in? Sure. But I think that Guerendo, we kind of saw him get a few looks anyway on this team throughout the season in different injury situations. And so I think that he is now going to get at least a bit of an extended look. And I think we are at a point now in the season where this is fab dump for me. I think that this is probably going to be the best one that becomes available. But a couple other running backs to keep an eye on. Braelon Allen at 32% rostered, 7 touches this week. He may be getting more as the Jets are now out of contention and probably wanting to not run Bryce Hall into the ground and keep him for next year. So I think Braelon Allen gets a bit of an extended look. And Kenny Gainwell in kind of that similar vein, 4% rostered. It should be a big win for the Eagles this week against the Panthers, and so I think he gets some garbage time, and I think that he, again, could benefit from the Eagles wanting to ease things up a little bit on Saquon Barkley, although they are pushing for the number 1 seed in the NFC. At tight end, Noah Fant, 18% rostered, 4+ targets in 4 straight games that he has played, and the tight end position sucks. Chig Okonkwo, sorry. 5% rostered. He got a fluke touchdown a couple of weeks ago, but 6 targets last week, and now he is facing teams that are in the top 10 for most points allowed to the tight end for the rest of the season. So I think he is absolutely a viable option at the tight end position, not only for this season, or for this week, but now going into the fantasy playoffs. Again, if you're desperate. And our defense on the streaming side of things this week, we are looking at the New Orleans Saints, 29% owned, still a relatively strong defense, and now they're facing again the New York Giants, who feel like they have given up. So those are the fantasy football waiver wire pickups for the week.